Well, welcome back everybody. It's I believe it's step 6 in my food plot process that I'm going to show you. It is August 14th. So the next step for me now is, now that everything is really up and growing, I am going to, where I left the rows in between the soybeans, I'm going to just till it real quick. And then in the next couple days we're supposed to get some really good rain, so that's going to give me a chance to get my kale, turnip and radish planted and get it germinated. It should be perfect timing. So probably 2 weeks ago I come out here and I threw some, I didn't do a video of it, but I threw down some fertilizer with strong nitrogen in it. They say that will help the stalks of the Egyptian wheat that I use as a barrier. So let me show you what progress we're at and what it looks like today. So this here is the soybeans. It's kind of a row there, but when I spread my soybeans, I really kind of threw them around so they're not good rows. But we're going to put some 4-foot rows in here so that I can come in and plant probably on Tuesday because of rain coming. But on the outside you can see that's the Egyptian wheat that's making a barrier. So from what I can see, it is doing very well. Some of this stuff is 8-9 foot tall, and we still got a good month of growing. They say it can get 10, 11, 12 feet tall. The reason why I threw the nitrogen, the high fertilizer nitrogen in there, it says it boosts the strong stalk, so when the wind and heavy rains in the fall and stuff come in, it won't knock it down. They say it's actually good for the snow too, but not sure we really going to get into a whole bunch of snow cover, but at least we haven't in the last few years. But I've got the harrows on. We're going to make some quick rows, trying to stay out of the bulk of the good soybeans, and we'll get back with you. Alright, as you can see, I've been at this for a half hour. Down here I had tried clover last year. The clover seems to be doing really good. That set of harrows does not like it when there's vegetation, unless you have a lot of weight on, and I do not have weight. But some of the rows are coming. As you can see, there's one row there, and up through here. It was a little bit thicker down in there, but I mean, it is doing the job. But anyone that has this harrow, I suggest putting weight on it if you're doing vegetation, because they really don't like it, especially with no weight. But I'm going to give her 5 more minutes here, and I'm going to call it a day, and she'll be ready for seed in a couple of days. Before I cut out of here, I'm going to go check a couple cameras. Been a month and a half since I checked 2 cameras, and we'll be back to plant seed. Well, all right, all. We're back. It's the day after that I tilled up these rows, and it's planting day for the last of the food plot for this season. We're supposed to get an inch or more rain in the next 2 days, so that's why I am planting today. So we're going to get cracking at that, get it planted, and then I will cultipack it in, and I'll show you that. So we'll get at it. All right, so how I plant the stuff for the fall is I buy straight seed products. I don't buy mixtures. So what I have in here is some Siberian kale, purple top turnips, and daikon radish. And I mix it all together. What I did was put 2-2-1. What I mean by that is if you look per an acre, it's about 5 pounds for all of it. So I put 2 pounds turnip, 2 pounds radish, and a pound of kale. And all of that, which is not much, very small seed, will do an acre. I use my smaller spreader, and I can control how much I put out. So just that little bit of kale goes this whole acreage. So that's what I'm doing here. Well, that wasn't fun in the rain. I hate spreading seed by hand because if you don't get your rate right and you overseed, your stuff may sprout, but you got to remember these little seeds, you can see them in my hand there. Those are the turnips. Each one of those seeds can put off a 3-foot sprout with a 3 to 4 pound turnip on it. So if you overcrowd, your stuff's going to sprout, but when it comes time to spread out, it's not going to be able to because there's too much seed in the ground. So that's why I enough to use a hand seeder. And don't do it by hand. Don't overseed. Just because you can't see the seed in the ground doesn't mean that it ain't there. So now time to cultipack. So all right, seeds all spread, so we're gonna get to cultipacking. I don't remember if I showed you this the last time. I believe it, but this is my cultipacker. It goes right on the same bar that my disc harrow was on. So you just use your crank here to pick that up and down. Put a little tension. It doesn't need a whole lot. It's just enough to sink those seeds in the ground, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So that's it. We're going to run over this. You don't have to mat it down hard, just once or twice, and that's good. We're going to get out of here because we're starting to get some good showers now. So this is perfect. Just what we